Hello, we are here for one more lesson of this T-Flex CAD training course, and the topic for today will be the command Loft. This command creates solid bodies of complex shapes. So the idea in this command is to have several profiles or several sections that can be open or closed, and then to create a solid body or a sheet body that will go through all these elements that you have. So I've done a couple of examples here, but these can create really complex stuff. Okay, so the basic idea about this is to have a couple of sections, as I told you, and to save some time, I've created already in this example 3 work plans. In each of the work plans I've created a square, so the top and the bottom are equal, and the one in the middle is rotated 45 degrees. So Loft, and simply, if we don't want to use anything else, so click the sections and just say OK, and something will happen. Okay, so this is the shape, and we can notice several things. The first one is that the shape rotated to meet the 3 profiles, and in the middle shape it has some smooth shape, is not sharp. But we can do some variations on this. For example, if we say linear, then doing the exact same thing, now it's a sharp shape. So this linear will create what we call ruled surfaces between the profiles. Another thing that we can introduce, instead of doing simply an evolution between the profiles, we can do, for example, one thing which is the match points, and the match points will go on the profiles and say, this point I want to meet these points here, these ones it is correct, it is here, and the final one is this one here. So now you see the shape is completely different. Okay, so we can have this kind of control. Another example that we can input on this, I will call another drawing. I've created in this time 2 simple shapes, 2 sections, and if I go in Loft, simply click and click, and what it does, it's a ruled surface, so from one profile to the other, which is the simplest thing. But I can make this a little more complex, and on the sections I can say have a certain behavior, so I can say normal, okay, and define a length to apply this normal, and on the other one I can say nothing, so it will do something. Okay, if you see, it's a little change around here. Let us try to increase and say again the profiles, section 1, so normal, and say like this. Okay, and you have a completely different shape. Besides this, we can have also what we call the guides, and the guides, as the name says, will guide the path between the profiles. So if I say Loft, so section, section, and now I can say guides, and the guides I can say this one and that one. Okay, and we'll create something that respect the guides. I can have more guides, okay, but I've created just these ones. As on the exact same command, I can say profiles, I can say guides, and instead of 2, I can say only 1, and the shape will be different. So I have a lot of control over these things. Last example, I've created 3 work plans also. This time with splines. We have open profiles, not closed profiles. So the idea is exactly the same. So 1, 2, and 3. So I can do a lot of things around here. So if I say simply this, I get this very nice shape. But the principles are the same with the controls on the sections and working around all of these things. So the Loft command, these are the basic ideas to use the Loft commands. We have more examples on our theoretical side, so see or consult that part of this course, because you will have some additional ideas and concepts to use with this command. Besides, if any help is needed, you know how to reach us, so you can send us an email or put a comment